It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling 484. This is your captain speaking with the one we call El Jefe, Moses Marquez, here to discuss every twist and swerve in pro wrestling. On Full House, Cash Out.
With such a big event Full House was, we had to extend it one extra night. But coming up tonight, is Becky Lynch done with the WWE? A lot of question marks coming up about rumors around her contract. Jordynne Grace steps through the prohibited portal, the forbidden door, quote unquote, if you will, shows up in NXT. We look back at both WWE's King and Queen of the Ring and AEW's Double or Nothing from this past weekend, along with all the aftermath following. Plus, as I said, Full House continues tonight as I challenge Tedd P for the World Championship in the final chapter of the MDO. Plus, a vicious assault on beer ended last week's Full House, and we will hear from Anon Mascaras that bastard is in control and will not be stopped. We have to stop him somehow, some way. Oh, my goodness gracious. But you have to be subscribed right here to figure out how we'll get to that. Follow us on the SoundClouds, on the YouTubes, on the Apple Podcasts. Got to get on the podcast for all your podcast locations. Check it out. All on the links right there on the Max Wrestling website, maxwrestlingnet.com.
All right, and we are kicking things off with a new segment. Sorry, Cody. To help us discuss this past week's news, I am going to present Moses with the blatant clickbait from the worst dirt sheet of them all, Sportskeeda.
Oh, no.
And he will try to work out who the article is about based on the headline. It is time to cut the kayfabe.
Hey.
And Tony?
Yeah.
Cut the shit.
That's bullshit.
Okay. So Sportskeeda is the worst. Every headline is clickbait. And the first one that I got is very, very ambiguous. 29-year-old WWE star sends warning to ahead of SmackDown, teases change. That's all you're giving us.
Okay, so hold on. So 29-year-old WWE. So what you're telling me is like there's possibly some backlash. I think there's some animosity going on. You know, maybe they don't like their character.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of that's the vibes you're getting. That's the vibes I'm grabbing here. Is it, you know?
Yeah, they literally give you nothing, so you have to click it. So I'm saving everybody a click. It's Carmelo Hayes. I thought he was younger than 29, but there you go.
I thought he was too.
So this is basically him sending a warning to SmackDown roster saying it was time for him to get his chips in. And wait, what the actual tweet? SmackDown doesn't know yet. It's time to get my chips up. What a champion needs, SmackDown. And it's just a picture of him with his former championship, so the NXT North American Cruiserweight. So basically, that's just him saying, "I want success.
I'm going to SmackDown. I'm going to bring success to SmackDown." Literally, because isn't he on SmackDown? Didn't he get drafted there?
Yeah, he got drafted to SmackDown. So
he's
this
trying
was
to
really a
build
nothing article, but
so when this young man is pretty much trying to shout out his brand. You know, hey, you know, this is what I'm going to bring to SmackDown. You know what I mean? If you don't know me, then now you're going to know me kind of thing. That's kind of what he's doing. He's plugging away at the people that don't know him. And Sportskeeda took it as he's disgruntled. He's a disgruntled employee. What the fuck?
Teases change. What change? There is no change. He's just setting himself on a course.
He's no longer in NXT, which we knew that because of the draft. Okay. How are they a reputable website?
I really don't know.
That's what I'm trying to like. Were you like telling the truth for a while and then now you're just starting with all your bullshit? You're like, I don't believe anything. These fucking wrestling nerds.
I mean, sometimes they're not wrong.
No, but this one's reaching for fucking something, dude. Somebody needed a deadline story, and the boss was like, "This is brilliant," and then he did not read the article, and probably until today.
And we got
since been fired.
We got another one where Sportskeeda just
God.
love to address someone's age in the headline as if we know who it is.
Yeah,
48
seriously, like I know every 29-year-old in wrestling.
Oh yeah, Carmelo Hayes, of course.
I thought he was mad younger.
48-year-old star interested in third WWE run was previously released in 2010 and 2023.
That could be like a bazillion people.
This sounds like a friggin' trivia question. He's 48. He was fired in 2010 and 2023. Okay, is it fucking mystery superstar or what?
It is mystery superstar shit. That's how we should start doing mystery superstar. He was fired from the W. You know what I mean? Like fucking what the fuck?
And the thumbnail that they attached is two side-by-side images. So the first one is of the guy's back, no head, so you can't see who it is, on some gym equipment. And then the second image is a very, very blurry, grainy close-up of two random fans looking confused.
Are they as confused as I am this fucking headline? Because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so to put everybody out of their misery.
So what 49-year-old wants to go back for the third time, and the only guy I could think of would be Edge? Because there's no way Malachi is that old.
Well, I mean, we got Sportskeeda is bad enough. This quote comes from Fightful, where
because that's fucking helpful.
The wrestler in question said to Fightful, I think I'd be a fool to not look at the opportunity. If they asked me to come back, I would definitely go back. I'd be a fool not to. They are the biggest company in the world. You get the most exposure. You can really expand your own personal brand now. So it's a WWE guy.
But who the fuck is that old on a third run? Who's 40 plus year? Is that 49? And Mark Henry?
Oh,
Mark Henry had more than one run? No. He only had one run. He can go nowhere else.
What
big fat bastard is it? Should be somebody stupid, isn't it? It can be Kane or something.
It's Shelton Benjamin.
Bro, go retire.
Yeah, see? That's how the fans looked.
Just go retire. Like, fucking hell. They don't, like, yeah, bro, like, you can work. That's cool. Like, what the fuck? Shelton Benjamin?
Yeah.
Who the fuck gives a shit about Shelton Benjamin?
Fightful.
What? Is this how you stay a writer in the business?
Yeah,
you
fucking just find
anything. Anything?
Ah, man. What else we got?
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah, there's more. Female WWE star broke down in tears when Triple H spoke to her. He didn't know what to do.
It's all of them. Every single one of them. They'll break down.
Right.
They just fucking see Uncle Paul. They're like, Uncle Paul.
It's somebody who no longer works there. And this was around last year's WrestleMania, I think.
The only person I could think of would be like the fucking Bellas or like Melina.
Her quote actually was, I burst into tears, not just crying, but bawling. I said, I'm so tired that I feel like it's changing my personality. I'm so much more anxious, stressed, negative. Here's a great quote. Like butter scraped over too much bread.
But you're entitling there's a lot of you to spread is what you're driving at. But anyway, that's beside the point. How old do you say this person was?
They didn't give the age this time.
Oh, Jesus. So now I'm just fucking.
So now you just have to open. Oh, it's some female star.
He went to fucking prison and saw Sonny. That's who it is. So I would love to be back. No shit.
It was Ronda Rousey.
I don't believe that.
During her last run, she, obviously just didn't feel like she belonged in WWE anymore.
Whose fault is that?
And she was basically breaking down about where she was at. But then there's another great quote. This is all from her new book, by the way. There's another great quote where on her debut at the Royal Rumble, Triple H didn't really give her any instructions. And she didn't know what she was going out there for. So she asked him what to do. And the quote says, "What do I do? Should I do anything? Do I shake anybody's hand? What should I do?"
No.
And Triple H shrugged as if I should know. And he said, "I don't know. Just feel it. Do whatever you want."
But that's wrestling.
All she was told to do was point to the Mania sign.
Yeah, it's true. It's like that makes sense to us. I mean, I get it. It don't make sense to her, but she did fine.
Yeah, the debut was good. I mean, some people didn't like it because they feel it kind of ruined Asuka's moment. But I mean, I think Asuka's moment was ruined even more when Charlotte fucking beat her at WrestleMania.
Sure, there you go. Let's talk about the real moment there.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to get into more sports, Keita. So actually, no, because this one ties into it. This one's about Cody.
Okay.
WWE Hall of Famer baffled at Cody Rhodes' recent statements. Exclusive.
The fuck did Cody say?
What
the fuck did Cody say?
His statement?
He finally admitted he's a black man.
I think it was something about maybe Arn Anderson possibly joining him in WWE as his manager. And the certain Hall of Famer said, "I really don't know. Why would Cody want a manager? That's AEW. Okay, we're going in the past now. We're trying to stay here in the future."
There's plenty of manager in fucking WWE. What the hell are you talking about? Look at all the valets. Look at that one girl that fucking hangs out with Chad Gable and fucking and Otis.
It was Teddy Long. Teddy Long doesn't think Cody needs Arn Anderson in his corner. I mean, he doesn't need him, but it's still cool.
But what does that matter? Like, what does it matter if he quote unquote needs him or not? How would you? I mean, let's see here. Fucking Roman Reigns at first didn't need Paul Heyman. Then he got Paul Heyman, and it turned out to be, the reinvention of bread. So, I mean, it's like, come on, Teddy, bro. Like, trying to stay relevant.
I love Teddy, but come on. All right, then.
Yeah, that was that one.
Let's talk about some actual, real headlines. As of, is it tomorrow? How many days are in fucking May? Okay,
31.
Saturday. In 2 days, Becky Lynch's contract officially expires with WWE, leading many to believe she's done. She may be going to AEW. Others are just like she's having time off. Like Seth just signed a new contract. But in stranger things have happened.
Hey, I appreciate you not immediately shooting me down with my immediate disbelief, because that's kind of where I'm at. We're talking about Becky Lynch. Okay, this isn't Sasha. This isn't disgruntled Sasha Banks that wants a bunch of money, who wanted a Japanese run anyway. Let's keep all of that funky and fresh. We're talking about Becky Lynch. Okay, she's one of the last people I would ever see jump ship, especially when they continue to push her to the fucking top when she's well past her prime. And it's just not gonna. AEW's dumb enough to do it.
Oh yeah.
She's not dumb enough to leave. There we go. That's the other way I was gonna put it.
No,
because it makes her sound smart.
Yeah, WWE, they've literally given her everything in the last 5 years, 9 years, 5 years, 6 years.
6 years,
yeah, 2018 she really took off as the man. So the last 6 years, they pushed her to the moon. She became the highest paid woman in wrestling. She became more popular than most of the men's roster. She was on the face of she was on the cover of everything. She was the face of everything. She went away and had her daughter, came back, still got pushed to the moon. She's got it made in WWE. There's no reason for her to leave, especially like we said when Seth just signed a new contract, so he's obviously sticking around too.
Yep.
I really just think she's taking some time off.
Here's my whole thing. So if just because her contract expires doesn't mean she's leaving the company.
Yeah.
Let's make that 1,000,000% clear. Just because her contract is set to expire doesn't mean that she is leaving the company. There's no signs of her leaving, no signs of her wanting to leave. I mean, I'm sure that she would love to take some time off and go be a mom, and then be, I don't know, signed to like appearances contract. And just that way she has so many appearances she can play the Brock Lesnar role. Not necessarily Brock Lesnar, but you know what I mean? Have limited amount of dates. I don't see a harm with it, just so you let the thing expire.
I mean, one thing I've noticed, and people are probably going to come after us for this, since AEW's been around, a lot of people in WWE are letting their contracts get very, very close to the end before they sign an extension or sign a new contract. Like Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, who else just signed a new contract? Oh, I mean, Seth.
Yes, Seth.
Before AEW was around, they'd have 2 years left on the contract and they sign an extension. Now it's running out in a few months. And it's almost like they're letting it get so close to see how much money they can get because of the fear of maybe going to AEW.
Attaboy. This is where the sports part comes into professional wrestling. As we know, at least I know, as you know, from being a former footy fan, being a fan of all fucking sports, that's what you do, baby. It's called bidding war. Hell, MJF used it as a fucking as a way to push himself a little further for a year plus. The bidding war of 2024, and that's exactly what it is. The ability to be able to say, I can go over there. I could go to an AEW. I could go and have a Japanese run. I could go to TNA and lose a bunch of money, but go have fun. Whatever may be, they have options now. There used to not be the options of let me go here, let me go there, let me test the waters. No, it was either you're here or you're back on the indies.
Yeah.
I might as well fucking be here then. And whether it be in catering or not, I might as well be here. And now I can get paid pretty much the same.
If not more.
Yeah, exactly. If not more, if I go over there. And especially since the Warner Brothers are fucking breathing down TK's neck, I'm sure more recognizable faces. Oh, yeah, I'll fucking pay out the nose, go real WCW with it, Ted Turner style.
Yeah. So, no, I don't think Becky's going anywhere. I certainly don't think she's going to the main competition. But speaking of TNA, they're like getting their fingers in the WWE pie lately. Well, this past week in NXT, and Bea's going to go through it later on, but we saw fucking Ethan Page make his return.
Ethan Page.
Who, let's be honest,
AEW
Ethan
fumbled.
Was
never in NXT. Ethan Page was never in NXT.
Debut, my bad.
Awesome debut.
I got confused because like everybody's saying like ex-AEW guy Ethan Page, mainly to point out that AEW fumbled him, but people forget he was in TNA. Not so long ago, actually.
No, you have to remember that's where this motherfucking kid got the fuck over, the Karate Man.
Oh, jeez.
Don't forget the Karate Man. Don't you put your head down.
But no disrespect to Ethan, but the bigger news, Jordynne Grace, she did make her return to WWE since the Rumble, and not just that, she apparently is making 2 more appearances. She's got a title match against Roxanne Perez, but I think they said she's got a total of 3 appearances, and she's getting paid in the 3-figure region for those 3 appearances. 3-figure? 6-figure.
6-figure, attaboy.
Yeah, I'll take $100.
Oh yeah, I'll take I'll come in for the exposure. I'll talk in a handshake, attaboy.
This is great for wrestling. It's great for the E-drones because obviously they're using it as a weapon. Great for TNA. Amazing
Excellent.
for TNA that
Yeah.
WWE. I mean, it only took them 22 years to show TNA some respect.
Only
Not
22.
long.
Not long.
It only took 22 years and the verge of bankruptcy multiple times for WWE to be like, TNA's not a threat. Yeah, we'll use some of their guys.
Yeah, come on over. In reality, it's all thanks to Uncle Paul. As we know, Uncle Paul is the old school fellow guy, came up in the NWA for crying out loud. So he knows about territories, knows about how to work the territory, do all that fun stuff, and what territories mean, and bringing in the stars of said territories. They've used Jordynne Grace a bunch. I can definitely see them use even more TNA people. And then there's rumbling still with Pro Wrestling Noah being a part of WWE some way, somehow, because, they did have that whole thing where I think it was William Regal's son went out to Noah, wrestled over there for a little bit. And I think Kenji Muto just took over like the daily operations or whatever. So, and of course, him with a good relationship with Nakamura, and of course, Triple H constantly wanting to branch out. I can see more and more things to come. But yeah, no, this is excellent exposure for TNA. Like I said, I'm hoping more can come over. And now, with that being said, I do want to bring in a hypothetical. Imagine if fucking Naomi stayed. Imagine where the fuck she could be doing right now if she just stayed.
Oh.
Yeah, she'd be under
not taking pins constantly.
You'd be living the dream, babe. You'd be living the dream.
When do NXT normally have their Worlds Collide show?
Oh God, that is a total bigger question. I
want to say the summer.
I was gonna say like June or July. If I'm not mistaken, because summer sounds perfectly, unless it's in August.
Worlds Collide.
Oh,
it's like just after summer.
Just after summer. Okay, so what? September?
Yeah. So
okay.
I mean, that'd be cool if they did like an NXT TNA show. And it'd be a couple of months after Forbidden Door too.
You could totally do that. Yeah, you could totally do that. That would work
actually,
awesomely.
They didn't do one last year, but they did one in 2022, and that was in September.
Bring it back. Again, Uncle, who's running the game around here? The game. That's running the game. The game's running the game. So that means you call up whomever at fucking TNA or whatever, whoever you need to call. You call them bastards. I was going to say Scott D'Amore. You can't call Scott D'Amore. Whoever you got to call up and, make this thing happen, even if it's just like 2 or 3 matches, 4 or 5. I would go with like 4 or 5 if you could. You know what I mean? Like, champion versus champion, as many of those as you can.
Yeah.
And then obviously bring in Joe Hendry for any possible reason at all. Any possible reason. Just if you want him to sell popcorn, fine, put him in the crowd. I don't give a shit. It would be great.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys on the TNA roster that have history with people on the WWE roster. Obviously, we got the Rascals all split up.
Mm-hmm.
They've since Jordynne Grace showed up in NXT, a lot of guys in TNA have put up teasers. Drew McIntyre's had some fun on X because he's just on fire right now.
That would be hilarious. They'd be like, hey, it's Drew. What's up, Drew? They'd be like, hey, Mr. McIntyre, we need you. McIntyre? That's my name. No, that's not your name. It's Galloway. No.
It's Drew Galloway.
Let's go back and forth. And then you know what would make it that much better? They go, the TNA guys and the WWE guys going back and forth. They then fight over what his last name should be. That would be insane.
They also have all 3 members of the Rising in WWE now since
that's
Toa
right.
came back. So you got him, Drew, and then of course LA Knight. And they still haven't even like crossed paths, but I mean,
nope.
Drew's on Raw, so yeah, doors are being opened. I like it. I like that Jordynne is recognized. I know it's NXT, so it's a little more not just mainstream like Raw and SmackDown fans. Like NXT fans tend to know their stuff a little bit more.
Yeah.
So obviously they know who Jordynne Grace is. She got a great pop.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay, but you also got to remember, she was in the Rumble. She did get a pop from that. So in reality,
everybody
they're
should
trying.
know her.
That's true. But at least I'm thinking of it as is like, hey, look, we showed her as that she could be, or that she is a big star, you know. So now she's here in NXT, and it's like, oh, okay, sweet. For those who remember.
And the great thing, of course, she gets to bring the TNA title with her, and they acknowledge it.
Choice belt.
Good times. Now, sometimes cousins have sex and produce babies, and as a result, it's now time for shit Mark say.
I'm gonna tweet me and my friend Mark. We're gonna stop watching. You're a whiny bitch.
It's not even just all stupid opinions this week. It's just stupidity.
It's stupidity
in its greatest form.
What is the internet made for? Stupidity.
Well, we're going to kick it off with a stupid opinion first. This is Lou. Hey, Lou. How you doing,
Hey, Lou.
Lou says...
Hold on, wait. No, wait. Who's Lou? There you go. You got to do the fucking League of Their Own. Come on.
Lou says... TNA arguably have a better roster than...
Wait.
AEW and New Japan combined. Tell me you've never watched New Japan without telling me you've never watched New Japan.
Lou, who hurt you, Lou? Who hurt you?
And like,
who told you bad things?
I mean, don't get me wrong, TNA does have a good roster right now.
It's a great roster. Don't downplay it, but his words were New Japan and AEW combined to Reno. So, let's be, and I'm going to be so nice about this. Again, because I like TNA. I like TNA. But who is their biggest world champion right now?
Moose.
Exactly.
But you know who's challenging him?
Hold on, wait. I fucking forgot. So I had to ask you. But yes, go ahead. Who's challenging him?
Oh, I thought that was sarcasm. His challenger is, because TNA's roster is so stacked, broken Matt Hardy.
So again, the world champion is Moose. Okay, which again, I like Moose, but I had to be reminded that he was world champion because I still thought it was Alex Shelley, even though I know that he had lost the belt. And his latest challenger is a guy that just left AEW that everybody hated because he was old Matt Hardy, but now somehow or love him again because he's broken Matt Hardy. Is then so a 50-plus-year-old man challenging Moose, who's still, in his own right, still trying to get over again, even though I love him. So please, let's not get these things mixed up. As compared to, let's just say, who's AEW's world champion right now? Swerve Strickland. Is Moose on the level of Swerve? Absolutely not. Is Moose on the level of Jon Moxley? Not on his best day under the sun. I'm sorry. I love Moose to death, but he would never be on the level of Jon Moxley. He got too late in the game. It's too late in the game. So to say that, and that's just talking about the overall champion, just the main champions. You're forgetting and here we go with my biasness, and go ahead and give me some shit, but the Kenny Omegas, the Young Bucks, FTR, even Jack Perry at this point, MJF, who just returned and went bananas, Adam Cole, who's hobbling around and still fucking awesome, Bryan Danielson, all of those. I just named 7 people, just 7 people. I think it was 8, actually, if I want to get my numbers right, but 8 guys. That is better than the entire TNA roster alone. It was like 7 or 8 guys. I could probably do the same thing in New Japan. But just because, as you said beautifully to start the entire thing, but just because you, Lou, and because I want to talk to Lou, I'm talking to Louie if I can, Lou.
Hello.
Because Lou only wants to watch something that has 2 W's and an E in it. I don't, and then you know what it is too? Is because he saw Jordynne Grace. He's like, I gotta go back and watch some old TNA. That's what it is. But instead, Go back and watch some old New Japan. Go back and watch some old AEW, but you refuse to watch them, period. That's why you make the dumb comments. God damn it, Lou.
So, hey, Lou, we know what Lou's stupid for. What stupid for? We know what Lou's short for.
You're stupid
Loser.
for.
You're
That's
stupid for. You're looped.
You're looping.
Okay.
Oh, God.
This one's in two parts. So it's the same guy, but it's in two parts. So we've gone from Lou to the authentic Eli,
The authentic
who was
Eli.
also apparently an actor.
It's authentic.
Somebody made a decent point. The Brood gimmick is so weird because it only ran from about November 98 until July 99. And about 2 months of that, they were just chilling with the ministry. Yet everybody remembers them and has good memories about them. And rightly so. Yeah, Brood was cool.
They were cool.
Nostalgia. This is where the stupidity comes into it. It's not a stupid opinion. It's just stupid. Eli says, with all of Tony's money, why reunite only the two? Where's the third guy? To which somebody pointed out, well, he's challenging for the world title in another match on the same show. Eli says, huh?
Eli and Lou are best friends. Eli and Lou are best friends.
And then it continues. How long later was this? Oh, Jesus Christ. It continues about 8 hours later. Where Eli is still on this and says, wait, so they brought the Brood back and the third guy was there, but not in the Brood anymore. When did the storyline play out?
Back. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. They didn't bring him back, though. That's the fucking point.
Somebody else jumped in. I think you're showing your ignorance of both modern and older wrestling. And Eli just sums it up perfectly with, so there was no explanation given? No, we don't need an explanation. Christian is there. He's on the roster. He's on the same show. But he has nothing to do with this Brood reunion between Edge and Gangrel.
But you're telling me he was there. That's what this guy is stuck on. But he was there. But because he wasn't supposed to be there, why is he there? And it's like, what? But in reality, the Brood did not get back together. Okay, we didn't get the Brood entrance. We got Adam Copeland popping out from the fucking thing, playing the walking out to Slayer, which cost Tony Khan a pretty penny, I'm sure. And then fucking Gangrel just appeared because they did a bloodbath, which looked like it was just the most powerful stream of blood in my whole life. Jesus criminy. But they did that, and then so the guy appeared. Not like Gangrel's hanging out every week. Not like he can anyway, because fucking Adam Cole broke his leg like an idiot, like a goddamn idiot. But
I think I've got something about that next. Oh yeah, I do. That's a nice segue. So, that's Eli. Now somebody else is on Adam Copeland. What's this guy's name? Here we go. They love us. No, we don't.
No.
Says ruining his body. I don't even know what the actual header name is because it's got a bunch of crosses in it. Yeah, the handle is They Love Us, but I guarantee you after this opinion, no, we don't. He said, ruining his body for that B-rated company is a shame. Somebody replies, didn't he literally break his neck in WWE? And They Love Us says, yeah, what about it?
What the fuck?
To which the other guy replied, well, that's the difference between that and this. And then They Love Us says, the difference is one is WWE, one is seen by a quarter of its audience. So basically what I can deduce from what he's trying to say is it's stupid to break your leg and then be fine in a few months, but it's okay to literally break your neck and maybe never wrestle again so long as it's in front of more people.
That's what you're telling me.
That's kind of what the guy's trying to say.
Injury. That's what you're trying to tell me. So if I go to the Tokyo Dome, I could die.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, if I go to Wembley, I could die. What the fuck?
That seems to be the point he's trying to make. Like,
Is it that?
Copeland broke his leg in front of less people in a WWE audience. That's stupid. Edge broke his neck and was out for 9 years. Yeah, but it had a bigger audience, so it's okay. But no.
Fuck. What the fuck? So, and I'm really trying to grasp the straws here. Even though somebody fucking, put him in petroleum jelly or something, because I just can't grasp.
I wonder if this guy is okay with CM Punk popping his shoulder in his first match back because it was in front of 60,000 people.
Yeah, right. Was he pissed off when fucking Punk dove into the crowd, injured himself, and then,
Oh, yeah,
God
that was
damn it,
stupid
what'd you
because
get
it was less
injured in front
people.
of a bunch of nobodies for? Fucking ask him. Don't get mad at me.
He must love Darby Allin.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, I bet you that's his favorite. But just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then let's be honest here, dude. The only person you want to blame for that is fucking Adam Copeland. Nobody told Adam Copeland to fucking have a fucking barbed wire death match, cage match, whatever the fuck, and then jump off the top of the goddamn thing like he swore to God he was in his 20s.
And you could literally see him landing like feet first.
But that was the problem. Like, that's the whole thing that killed me. It was like, why an elbow? Why did you go for a splash? Why not force yourself to lay out? And if you were afraid you weren't going to hit it, why did you go up there? What is the fucking point? You're not in your fucking 20s, dude. This isn't the fucking TLC matches of old. It's fucking 2024. It's fucking 2024, dude. And you fucking decided, watch my pencil. And like, fucking dude, it was like watching your dad jump off the fucking, the fucking I was gonna say the trampoline, the diving board in the pool.
Hold my
The
beer.
only move he could do is a pencil, straight down.
I also wonder how this guy feels about Big E, who also broke his neck and may never wrestle again. But it was okay because it was in front of millions of people.
Right? It doesn't matter that a guy fucking botched a move and could have fucking murdered him right in front of these said bazillion people. But hey, it's okay. Because, fucking you get watched by 1.5 million people every fucking week. So you broke your neck for a good reason, I think. Probably. What the fuck?
Oh, Lord. Now this one.
Oh, no.
We can use this in hindsight, but this is from August 2023.
Okay.
Where somebody just tweeted MJF saying, two tweets actually. One, MJF will be leaving the D League and going to the majors, followed by directly tweeting MJF, excited to have you in WWE, can't wait. Yeah, about that.
That's like me. And here we go. Got to bring the football into it. That's like me fucking tweeting at Mbappe. Oh, hey, welcome to Spurs, mate. And then, fucking being like, oh, I'm so excited to have you. You're going to score more goals than Harry Kane. Like, what the fuck? What kind of, like, you set yourself up for failure is what I'm driving at there, bud. You set yourself up for total, complete failure because, as you said, hindsight is a son of a bitch.
Yeah, but, like, I didn't doubt for a minute that MJF was going to come back.
No.
Because they obviously left the storyline with Adam Cole hanging because Cole's taken like 5 fucking years to heal his broken ankle.
Dude, this fucking ankle is fucked. He's still not cleared.
No. Apparently that's why they did the whole confrontation on Double or Nothing, just to let us know that they know it's still going, but we can't finish it yet.
Yep. So again, it keeps it going, but he's not staying just because of this feud. He's staying because in reality, and I mean this when I say this. Let's dollars for donuts, as we say over here in the States. Break it down. If you take original MJF 5 years ago and you put him in NXT, does he become the MJF of now?
No.
Probably not. And I'm being nice. Probably not. If you took MJF 2 years into his AEW one and put him in NXT, would he be the same MJF? Probably not. He'd get a little closer, Get a little closer. But it's what he did, how he got himself over, how he had the freedom to do all of these things in AEW is how he got to be so fucking good.
Yeah,
And
I think
he's not going to just fucking appear that well in AEW, in WWE with all these fucking restrictions and guys that won't work that well with him.
no, I think if you'd have taken 2018 MJF and put him in NXT, he would have had the exact same effect as EC3.
He would have been cut during the 2022 year.
Yep, he'd have had a decent run in NXT, quickly moved up to the main roster. Vince wouldn't know what the hell to do with him, and he'd be sitting in the back eating hot dogs. Well, not hot dogs, burgers.
Not hot dogs. Burgers. Judaism, son.
Forgot for a second there. But like we said about Becky Lynch with WWE, MJF's got it made in AEW.
Yeah, so why the fuck are you going to leave?
And he can make the same money. And travel
Probably,
less.
as we say all the time, well, probably more. And yes, definitely travel less.
And say fuck a few times every couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's not going to have that kind of mic freedom. No matter how much you fuckers swear up and down, well, Uncle Paul still has limits too. Okay? So
I will say though, not necessarily the design, but that tattoo is pretty bad.
Yeah,
like it looks like it was done pretty cheap.
Well, hey, they were in Vegas.
Well,
that was
I
literally
guess.
What I was telling the
drive-through tattoos.
I was like, you know how it goes, bro. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
You know what? I did read actually that TK was like rewriting the script quite a lot before Double or Nothing. Oh, yeah. And decisions were made like last minute, so MJF could have arrived at the building. Hey, can you quickly go get a tattoo? What?
You want me to do what? Yeah, don't worry, we'll pay for it.
Who do I go to? There's a guy that's got a basement down the road.
There's a dude in this hotel. Where's the hotel? Fucking somewhere in Reno. What the fuck?
So like Cody's neck tattoo gets a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's just a placement. It's actually a decent looking tattoo.
Oh yeah, no. If he got it like on his like on like a part of a sleeve, it'd be sick. But it's on his fucking neck. But it's just,
right? And MJF's is in a fine place. You know, you can cover it up whenever you need to and everything. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the workmanship on that tattoo.
No, it looked very rushed. Sorry, MJF, don't hurt me, but it looks very
sorry
rushed.
To the artist.
Yeah, dude. Sorry if TK was rushing you. We know the cocaine gets to him.
The good thing is, it's all just like black lines. So if he needs to, he can probably go somewhere better to tidy it up a little bit.
I was gonna say it definitely could be tightened up.
God, yeah. But yeah, it's great to see MJF back.
Hell yeah.
It was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting it so soon. Maybe closer to All In. But
I had been expecting it because I had been wondering where the fuck he's been. As I said in the review with the TSK guys, it was like a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh, dude, when the fuck is this guy's coming back? And then it was the second Adam Cole walked out, they didn't give a fuck about him, and they just started chanting MJF, and it's like, yep, perfect time and place.
As soon as Adam Cole walked out, they knew what was happening, because it was kind of random that Adam Cole just comes out for a promo. We haven't really seen him for weeks. The rest of the kingdom had already left the ring, but I hate the Triple H cosplay.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I love the idea, but compared to Triple H, MJF just looks kind of small in the double denim leather jacket combo. Like Triple H was just fucking hench. Not to say though,
Triple
MJF
H also was a he is. Yeah, thank you for that. I was like, put some respect in real quick. But no, shredded indeed. The guy somehow grew like another 2.5 abs. I don't know how that happens, but he did. But no, you're not wrong. But again, for those who are like, oh well, who want to make fun of MJF, let me put something out there that's maybe some know, maybe some don't. Triple H used to be a professional bodybuilder prior to his WWE run, any wrestling run. He was a professional bodybuilder. So, he better be fucking massive.
MJF's just a normal-sized man who Works out a lot.
A lot.
And is in great shape.
Fantastic shape. So jelly.
People get the wrong impression about Max Wrestling Podcast. We're a non-violent form of entertainment. We never use sex to enhance our image. As podcasters, we understand the importance of being positive role models. We're wholesome, family, entertainment.
You son of a bitch!
The 40-year-old fucking virgin.
Oh, you fucking did.
We're trying to make the world a better place for mankind.
Max Wrestling has a new attitude.
Get it?
Then it's probably not for you to get.
Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. This is your captain speaking. He is El Jefe. Make sure you're liking and subscribed on YouTube. Follow us everywhere, and for all the information that you need, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. What the fuck?
We are Legion.
Greetings from Anon Mascaras. Full House was a joyous occasion for everyone except for Mr. Beer. Apologies for your affliction, Mr. Beer, but you see it was necessary. You must understand that you are not in control. Furthermore, the captain is no longer in control. Because you see, as of last week, the captain, for reasons only known between he and I, surrendered full control of Max Wrestling to me. I now hold all the power in Max Wrestling. So allow me to make my first move. Mr. Beer, for accepting your persecution, I award you with a Knowledge Championship match against the Phoenix at Trivia Takeover Part 9. And you have my word. Neither I nor Legion shall interfere. You can also sleep safely knowing that we shall not interfere in your King of the Mic journey either. For now, Mr. Beer, you are safe. So I leave you all with one final warning. Remember, who is in control? Because we are Legion.
I'm not mad that you stole my gimmicks. I'm not even mad that you hacked into my promo at Promo Mania. You see, Anon, in a weird way, I respect what you do. I may not know who you are, or who your other little lackeys are. I don't care. What I do care about is that you evidently hold all the power now. So if that's the case, and if I'm going to let everything else slide, then it would be in your best interest to give me what I want.
Ooh. Okay, so so what is that? I'm so confused on what this really means. Okay, so if he's got control, he's booking matches.
Yeah.
Fucking if Trav's bowed up, which I haven't seen that in a while, so I'm a little worried on this side. I'm going to ask the obvious question. I don't care that we're fucking recording right now. Am I going to get replaced?
Oh, no. This is just booking matches, but
what the fuck does he know?
I'm not proud of it, but I kind of made a deal with him, and in return he gets control to book matches. So that's my bad. But the good news is, Bia, he promised to leave you alone for now.
Okay.
Yeah, but Travis, I don't know what the hell that's about.
He's with y'all. He's trying to. He's obviously here to.
He's supposed
that's
to
what
be.
Trav does. But then
yeah,
again,
maybe he is just. I hope he's just defending Dragon Club's honor against this masked fucker. But
I was gonna say,
yeah,
I
go.
I don't know how you help and have demands. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go into the deal we made, but as a result of that, going forward, Anon Mascaras controls what happens in matches on Max Wrestling.
Holy shit. Well, let that be known to all the fucking competitors out there. There's a new boss, new AI. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Just be on your toes. Let's get into the fun stuff, though. Still to come, it's time for the cash out Phoenix. From blah blah blah. We got to go through the fucking recaps.
We got lost in translation there.
It's all just the loss of the craziness. It's time for Phoenix and the dads to go through it all. Let's go through last night on Dynamite. Prior to that, though, we got to go through Impact and all the other fun stuff. Plus, got to get Beer's moment. So let's go kick it off with the Impact. Total Impact in 3, 2, 1.
Impact in 3, 2, 1.
So on last week's Impact, Broken Matt Hardy and Ryan Nemeth defeated Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers of the System in a non-title match as Nemeth hit a crossbody press from the top rope on Brian Myers. After the match, Moose runs down as the System beat down Hardy and Nemeth. As they try to injure Ryan Nemeth with a chair, Nick Nemeth returns and saves his brother. Backstage, Chris Bay and Ace Austin agree to face each other in a match to get back on the same page after some recent issues. Santino Marella congratulates Broken Matt and Ryan Nemeth on their win and officially announces that Moose will defend his TNA World title against Broken Matt at Against All Odds, and the Nemeth Boys will challenge the System for the tag team titles. The Rascals defeated Sinner and Saint with a double team stomp on Travis Williams. Steve Macklin attacked the Rascals after the match. Then backstage, Steve Macklin says that was payback for what the Rascals did to him, and now he's done with them after last week. Santana then arrives on the scene and challenges Macklin to a match next week, which Macklin accepts. Back at ringside, Frankie Kazarian verbally abuses ring announcer Jay Chung before security eject him. Cody Deaner calls out Jake Something as they try to settle their differences. The Good Hands interrupt and get in their faces before Santino turns it into an impromptu tag team match. Cody Deaner and Jake Something then defeat the Good Hands as Something hits John Skyler with Into the Void. Backstage, Jordynne Grace says her loss in the Champions Challenge last week was not her fault. The System are backstage complaining about what happened earlier and all the match announcements at Against All Odds. Joe Hendry shows up to make fun of them, because of course, and a match between Hendry and Eddie Edwards is set for next week. Jordynne Grace defeated Marty Bell to retain the TNA Knockouts tag team, to retain the Knockouts title with a Juggernaut driver, but after the match, Allison Kay attacked Jordynne Grace on the stage, then took Grace into the ring and delivered Hex Marks the Spot with Bell. Santino Marella is backstage calling Jonathan Gresham. Marella wants to know what this black substance is that Gresham's been using that is making everybody sick. He then informs Gresham he'll be facing Sami Callihan next week, and the referees going forward will be wearing gloves and masks to protect themselves. Hello 2020, how you doing? A very weird PCO segment where he just screams Steph DeLander's name over and over again. AJ Francis and Rich Swann are also backstage. Swann says that they are scouting the champions last week during the main event of the show, and we will find out next week who their next target is. In the main event, Trent Seven defeated Speedball Mike Bailey with a burning hammer to earn a shot at Mustafa Ali's X Division Championship at Against All Odds. And that's Impact. Last week was Pay-Per-View Central, so we're going straight to beer now for the NXT round. Due to his injury at the hands of Legion last week, I have just been informed that Beer is not medically cleared to deliver the NXT round this week. Therefore, we will go straight to last night on Dynamite.
All right, let's get on to last night on Dynamite. Relatively underwhelming show, especially being in LA. Kind of disappointing. Mercedes Moné opens the show, speaking of disappointing. Followed by pouring champagne all over herself before Sky Blue thankfully interrupts. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. I was so excited. Confirming it was her who attacked Mercedes backstage several weeks ago. Sky then runs to the ring from her behind, and Mercedes hits her with a TKO. All prior to just, there was no match, just a celebration because, got to open the show with celebrations. So to promote the House of Dragons, Swerve Strickland defeats a very savvy kill switch who survived the house call and a foot stop before Swerve hit one more before hitting another house call and picking up the dub. After the match, he cut a lock of hair, this giant lock of hair off of kill switch, as they say, an eye for an eye, because he cut some hair off of Swerve. Let's see. Backstage, Jon Moxley talked about staying busy, busting his ass as he has a hectic schedule. He never takes days off between AEW, Japan, and Bloodsport because, again, he's everywhere. And I have to confirm this with DC, but I swear to God, either he or New Japan changed the look of this IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and they got rid of the jewels and added a bunch of black, and it looks fucking awesome. So if you're not paying attention to this belt, look for it immediately. The Redwood Big Bill introduces the debut of Chris Jericho's new Time News talking segment, TV Time. Jericho brings out his guest, the new student under the learning tree, Brian Keith, and Keith sings Jericho's praises, even telling some snot-nosed kids to respect Chris Jericho. Even though he's like 5'5", he's the same height as these children. Hook soon then interrupts. Security is absolutely no match for him, which I felt was a total waste of fucking time. But then out of fucking thin air, a 300-pound Samoan Joseph appears and stops Hook from going into the ring, pulls him back, gives him a talking to, and they walk to the back together. I still have no idea, zero idea, how Samoa Joe got where he got. He is a fucking wizard, I promise you.
Yeah, fucking Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, for sure. So, Jon Moxley and Rocky Romero, pretty good match. Very New Japan style, but again, a one-armed Jon Moxley picks up the win against Rocky with the Death Rider. Backstage, Renee tries to get some answers from Samoa Joe and Hook, and he says they don't work on Jericho's time, and that's all we fucking got. So, more to come next week, hopefully. In the ring, Don Callis offers Orange Cassidy a contract with the Don Callis family. Orange then decides to rip it up in the slowest manner you could possibly rip it up in. And then that's when Chris Statlander and Stokely, and a very, very attractive looking Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway, come out to accept the contract on behalf of their best friend, who is a very disgruntled Trent Beretta in a suit, who then attacks Orange from behind, leaves him bloodied and battered. Tony Schiavone announced that Tony Khan had made a match between Mercedes Moné and Sky Blue for the TBS title official. We then get that match, and Mercedes defeats Sky Blue with the Moneymaker to retain the TBS title. The New Japan Strong Women's Champion Stephanie Vakir, Vakir? I forget
Vacker,
how you
I
say her
think.
name. There you go. Interrupts her celebration. This woman is awesome. And sends a direct message to Mercedes. They continue their feud from New Japan Strong. So this is another extension from Japan, again, because we're going all in. Or not, sorry, Forbidden Door soon. Backstage, Stokely and Chris explained why they turned on Willow. It's still not a good enough reason for me, but Chris Statlander is going to work.
Yeah.
In the ring, the Elite gloat about their victory at Double or Nothing. The EVPs then strip Adam Copeland of the TNT Championship due to his injury and then crown the new champion, the scapegoat, Jack Perry. That's when Christopher Daniels interrupts in his new job as he is an interim EVP. Well, I don't know why they couldn't just said he's like a fucking brand commissioner or something else. Could have had a whole different title, a better title at that. But he gets this title all thanks to Tony Khan. Daniels then announces that there will be a tournament to crown the TNT champion and the winners of this will go on to have a ladder match at Forbidden Door. I really do hope that that fucking title holder is a part of this match because they would not let it go as one tough title holder. As the Elite look on to confront Christopher Daniels, the Acclaim come down to even the odds, and then they obviously think twice and refuse to go against them. And Billy Gunn, for being damn near 60 years old, is making me more and more jealous by the day.
Yep.
Backstage, Swerve Strickland addresses the Casino Gauntlet, in tonight's main event, determined to get his next challenger at Forbidden Door. We also get a backstage little segment where Roosh calls out MJF, and that could be an absolute fucking classic for no good reason. And in the main event, kind of a questionable decision, in my opinion. Will Ospreay wins the Casino Gauntlet, pinning Orange Cassidy with an Os Cutter. After the match, Swerve interrupts the celebration to stares down his new challenger. I say that I'm questionable about this one because we kept saying, and I know you and me kept saying it, even the TSK kept talking about it. It might be a little too early to do this because you're either going to already end the Swerve run, or you're going to start to kill any extra momentum Will Ospreay has. And
yeah.
The way it's looking is it looks like we could totally make it all the way to Forbidden Door, get a little screwy, and then go to All In where it looks like, Will would win, hometown crowd and all that. But that would give Swerve, 3 months? 4 months? I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, keep these two apart for as long as you can or give Swerve a decent run. We said All In was too soon. This is definitely too soon.
Yeah.
Unless there is a screwy finish, but neither one of them can really afford to lose to the other.
That's the point. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. You're taking something that could work. Let's rewind this. If we had started the year with Swerve as champion, fine. All In is perfect. It's perfect. But it's not. Because again, he got it. I want to say it was at the end of February.
When was Revolution? No, when was Dynasty?
Oh, that's right, Dynasty. Oh, that's
was
right.
It April?
So he's barely had it a month.
Yeah.
I overextended his race, so he's barely been there. Yeah, I don't know.
He should have won it.
Questionable booking.
Should have won it at Revolution a month earlier, but that was when they had the triple threat match with Hangman. Yeah, I definitely don't want to see these two have a world title match yet. But
yeah, it's not that we don't want to see it.
Just not yet.
Still, exactly. It's just too early.
What else happened? There was definitely something else I wanted to jump on. Oh, Sky Blue. Like they continued this storyline where she attacked Mercedes, and it lasted all of one night. Like I thought they were gonna build on it a little bit more, but no. We have the revelation at the start of the night. About an hour later, we have the match. So I mean, I thought they were gonna save the match for a pay-per-view.
Again, there has been some now whether this is TK pulling the VK and just doing 99 changes.
Yeah.
And your title match is won like every fucking week. Cause I just why wouldn't you extend this a little bit? You literally have your first feud for Mercedes Moné set up. You can you could maybe you could take it, as I keep saying, you could take it to Forbidden Door, and then you add Homegirl from New Japan.
Yeah.
Then it's a triple threat. Then if Mercedes wins, not only does she look better, but then again they both got their shot, and well, maybe Sky Blue didn't get pinned. So then when you continue, you're able to continue. But no, it's what do they say? Common sense ain't that common no more.
No, we had literally the whole feud in one night. You obviously, I get we're gonna get Mercedes and Stephanie Vacker at Forbidden Door, which is in a few weeks. But you didn't need to have the title defense. You didn't need to have her against Sky Blue. She could have defended it against anybody. But all you really needed was what we got anyway, which was Steph coming to the stage and confronting Mercedes. Great, set up the match. Why not just continue the Sky Blue feud and have the revelation after Forbidden Door?
You know what? Here, let me give you a way out that could have been just as good. Willow's immediate rematch. She's beaten down. She's got nobody to back her up. She just comes out demanding a rematch. She gets it, gets beaten down again. Maybe it's not the greatest story, but it's a fucking bridge. Okay, that way you're not wasting a Sky Blue, because again, Sky Blue, in our mind, the fans' mind, she's already on the level of being a TBS champion. Yeah. She could absolutely be TBS champion and we wouldn't have an issue with it. So, get with the fucking program, people.
Tony.
Fucking it up, Tony.
See, we do criticize Tony. I
don't know
when it's warranted. He's I don't know what he's doing.
Sames. I don't know what he's doing.
But we need to get away from this Vince McMahon booking of changing the script constantly very quickly, because that's never been a thing in AEW.
Stop worrying about trying to appease all the TV people and just have a good show, because numbers will appease the TV people.
Yeah, it worked for the first few years. Just why change the formula?
You're not going to get WWE numbers by doing this. You're not. I've said it on the TSK. I think I've said it on here. There was a time and a place where WWE was all about kids. It's all about attracting kids. Hell, we grew up to love wrestling because there was an attraction for kids. AEW doesn't have that. And it's not a knock. It's not a knock. It's just, in order to get these big old numbers, you need to appeal to all different ages, not just the prime demographic of 18 to 35.
Yeah. But that's not my one. The whole point of AEW was an alternative to the sports entertainment fucking franchise company.
We have it. So stop fucking ruining it.
Tony, you don't need to be WWE 2.0.
Tony, don't make me introduce you to Lou.
All right. Well, next week, the King of the Mic 2024 begins, and the current reigning king is in the first match of the tournament as Moses Marquez defends his crown in the first round against the man that already took the world title from him last year, Cypher.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And you got a twofer next week, because King of the Mic appears in 2 matches as last year's runner-up Beer takes on Dragon Club's lawyer, Chad Malcolm. That's going to be a good one.
Yes. But that's not all, because in just 2 weeks, on Thursday the 13th, our next Max event is Trivia Takeover Part 9, Trivia Goes to Hell. And as we heard earlier tonight, Anon Mascaras, who is our new booker, has announced that Beer will challenge the Phoenix for the Knowledge Championship.
And once again, double duty for Feeney, because the King of the Mic rolls on, and the train doesn't stop for the Trivia Takeover in the first round. The Phoenix, faces the debuting Charisma, who all time we've seen him was brutally tortured by the Kingpin at Leap of Faith. So I wonder what kind of competition he's going to bring to the Phoenix.
I'm curious and excited. To quote Evan McCabe, I'm nervous and excited. I'm nerve-sighted. Plus, he may have a bye into the semifinals, but Chris Reed still wants to compete. Last week, he issued a challenge to whoever does not advance next week between Cypher and Moses to meet him at Trivia Takeover for an exhibition. It's in 2 weeks. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/takeover9 for more information. I watch this shit again.
Come on.
We are Legion.
Mr. Anderson, did you just threaten me? I respect that. Therefore, I shall grant your wish. I saw what happened last week between you and Cypher, so I believe I can deduce what it is you want. Therefore, allow me to make it official. At Trivia Takeover, it shall be Cypher and Mr. Anderson, the Carolina Reapers, if you will, versus Mr. Beer and Moses Marquez for the Max Tag Team Championships.
Can you not? We just ran through the card. There was the graphics, the fucking editing. What the fuck, man? Well,
I mean,
congratulations.
for me,
I know I'm ready. I know Beer's ready. He's been chomping at the bit. Our tag team titles are on the line against Carolina Reapers. I'll take it any day of the week. But next time you want to spring a match on me, fam, do it to my face. My goodness.
I should be kind of salty that Travis wants to team with somebody who's not a Dragon Club member, but at the same time, I also won the titles with Cypher, so it's cool.
He's a smart man.
Trivia Takeover is shaping up very quickly, but we have to move quickly because it's only in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we regret to inform you that the Yeetometer and the Twatometer are no more.
Oh.
That doesn't mean we're not going to do it anymore. We've just renamed it in honor of the UK's greatest export since Sir William Regal, Will Ospreay.
Hey.
Both boards are now named after him. And the bad board we're going to kick it off with is now called the Bell End board.
Which, remember, ladies and gentlemen, as Daz described beautifully, it is the head of the penis.
A bell end, you're a bell end, mate. Look, bell end 1, bell end 2, big veiny bell end over here.
I fucking love Will so much.
I love him just randomly bringing British insults to the TV.
It's great. It's what do they say? It educates the masses.
Yes. All right. So who is? I mean, we're rolling the points over from the Twatometer, so it's still going to be on the same points, but just different name now. So, who is the first unlucky soul to receive Bell End points?
Well, he's on the top of my list this week from just bad booking decisions, from a couple of them on the pay-per-view to a few of them here. TK is just getting all the points this week. Well, not all of them. I really want to give this mass bastard a couple of points just to fucking put him on the board just because he's been such a pain in my ass already, and he's only been taken over for less than a fucking episode. But we'll stick with TK just for today. I'm going to give him a whopping 10. This was just a bad episode of Dynamite. There was a little bit of action, but there was a lot of very, very interesting booking decisions. Feels like you're rushing the gun, and if you're going to rush the gun, do it on your Fulham team.
So TK stays in the same space in between the Vince McMahon sex ring and Eric Bischoff.
So he's just fucked.
Any more Bell Ends this week?
Let's see. Was there anybody else?
I mean, you could probably give some to Mercedes, but that's just personal.
I was just gonna say. I was like, let's go ahead and let's give 5. Or no, you know what? No, 10. Because I don't know many people that call themselves the greatest women wrestler of this generation and go out there and force Willow to be the main person in the match, the one running the show when you had WrestleMania'd and main evented all of WWE's up their ass and shit. But this indie darling who's come in and just busted her ass has come in and shown you this is how we do things here. So for your beautifully stupid comments, we'll give you 10 points. Your ring rust is thick, my darling. Get it off fast because it ain't going to last here in this fucking company.
Surprisingly, that's the first time Mercedes has been on the board this year. But you are now officially a bellend.
Congratulations, and trust me, more is to come.
Oh, yeah. And of course, we are still going to be nice to people, but we no longer yeet them. They are now bruvs. Let's put some points on the bruv board. Bruv.
Get it, bruv.
Brother.
Immediately, I am giving 20 points to Sky Blue for shutting up Mercedes.
Atta girl.
Thank you very much. Did we not give her? I thought we gave her points when people were giving her shit online, but no.
Oh,
okay,
come
yeah.
on.
You know what? Then 30 points for Sky Blue.
I was going to say, tally some extra.
Yeah, 10 backdated points for Sky Blue. Who else? I mean, it's a little bit late now, but we could have given some bell end points to Copeland for breaking his fucking leg.
Fuck it, give him 5 anyway. Well, retro 5. There you go. We're retroactively giving Copeland 5 for fucking pencil diving off the fucking deep into the deep end like a goddamn schmoron. But to remain in the to go right back to the positive. We did rename these segments after Will Ospreay. He is the new international champion. He did put on the best match of the pay-per-view. So definitely got to give him some points, no?
Oh, yeah. And shit, he's not on the board yet either. So
what a tragedy.
Won the first title. Everybody loves him. We've renamed the boards after him. UK's greatest export since William Regal is a hell of a compliment. So I'm going to 10 points for all of those. 40 points to Will Ospreay.
40 points to Will.
Bruv. The bruvest bruv of them all, bruv.
That's right.
And finally, the reason I mentioned Copeland is because it was so great to see him on mainstream TV again. 10 points to Gangrel.
Yeah, hey. He can still go.
Oh, yeah, that Impaler was sick.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Very nice. There we go. That is it for this week. Thank you for joining us. I hope we rocked you harder than Anon's henchmen rocked Beer with that fucking chair.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, Beer. We'll get a medical update on you. he was taken to a nearby medical facility.
That's all we know. Hopefully he'll be ready in 2 weeks when we got to defend them tag titles.
But before we close this up, let's find out what host Mo and the TSK have for you Pencil Neck Geeks this week with a roundup of Click This.
That's right. Okay, so to get right on into it, and I guess to officially make this announcement, we've tried it. We've tried to do the WWE pay-per-views. We've tried to be those people. And if it happens, it happens. We're officially the AEW crew. From here on out, any AEW pay-per-views will get an immediate review. WWE's will be in question. So speaking of AEW reviews, Double or Nothing did just go down, and our review of it is up. And there's a lot that we got into. Talked about the bad booking decisions. Talked about the possible $1 million Tony Khan spent on one night in just musical fees. Just because, good goddamn, from Slayer to changing back to the Pixies to having,
Europe on repeat.
On repeat, and having Matt Jackson say that's costing me $200,000 every time you play it, which I very much believe, by the way. So you definitely need to go check that one out. And the boys will be back with another one as soon as Forbidden Door is done. We may try to start doing them live just so we can, try to get some a little extra exposure. It's something that's in the works, but for sure, we are the home for the AEW stuff. For the footies out there, for the footy fans out there, the summer transfer window is but days away from being open. And with that being said, we got to get the crew back together. So I will grab my magic conch shell. I will get beer. I will get Chad. I will get Nicola back. The Max Football Podcast will be back because we got to talk about who are we selling, who we loaning out, and who we buying to make our teams this much better coming up. When that drops, we don't know. And the only way to know is follow all the fun social medias. Follow us on the Evil X Machine, Twitter machine if you're fancy still, Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, and of course, Max Football Pod for the footy fans out there. Check out the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Follow us, hit the follow, the subscribe button, go to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the fun social medias. Get on, get following, get to work. People, again, we had excellent numbers the last couple of weeks right here on the YouTube. Come back to us. Send this to your friends because you know they're going to love it too.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it coming. We had a huge number the week before Full House.
Huge.
Last week was pretty much back to normal, so I don't know what the difference was. But to those 1,400 something, come back.
Come on back.
And of course, we still have the world title match to come, which we're going to leave you with at the end of the show. But that is it for us this week. Join us next week for the launch of King of the Mic 2024. We've got the first 2 rounds as Cypher meets his recent rival and last year's king, Moses Marquez. Plus, is Beer fit to compete after his attack as he faces Chad Malcolm? You've been watching the Cap and Mo. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night. Bang.
Time, Teddy P. It's time.
Teddy P, Teddy P, Teddy P. Baby boy, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? The leader, the creator, end all be all versus the most loyal soldier in the MDO. It's the last chapter, fam. It's you against me. And that crazy factor, you against me, the leader against the last, strongest, most loyalist soldier in the MDO. It's put me in a place, man. You know what I mean? With your messages coming at me all on Facebook, and you're trying to be the glitch in the system. It just didn't affect me like that, because the reality of what did affect me is the decision I had to make. The difficulty of that decision. Do I sit back and allow you to reign? Hey, well, at least the MDO has the world champion in it, right? MDO is not done. I may not be champ, but at least the MDO has the world championship, right? That's how some think. And the others don't want you to have it, and if it means destroying what they created, then they will destroy what they created. And that was the decision I was left with, and I had to ponder day after day, in this instance, week after week. Do I destroy my creation to become world champion? Or do I backseat drive? It was a tough one. It was a tough one, but Teddy, I don't backseat drive. Matter of fact, I swerve when I drive. I swerve around obstacles. I swerve around people in my way. And I swerve my way right back to the top, because I just lost this belt, and here I am back again challenging for it. Granted, it is at the expense of my only faction, but it is what it is. Sometimes you have to take those losses, whether you want to take those losses or not. Decisions you have to make, Teddy. That's what I keep getting at, the tough decisions. in life, and I'm making the tough decision. So, Teddy, and I don't want you to get too frustrated, but I want to let you know that all these obstacles in my way include you, and I have every reason to go through them all, and I can even show you how if you sit back and let me.
If you don't get it, it's probably not for you to get.
Yeah. Let you in the mind of a broken man. I live life with a sky to my speed limit. It's my world. Y'all just live in it. Scratch that. Matter of fact, you ain't nothing in it. It's my own rules in the fifth dimension. Diamond shining prime time. Victim of the high life. Living in the fast lane. Now I'm trying to make it right. Sunglasses on before. Now I think I see the light. Blinded by the limelight and what was raised in me.
Time waits for no man. And I understand that you feel like you're a second banana. But this comes from somebody who would have gave you their seconds off their plate. Aw, I want to hold the title. Jefe, we're family. It's supposed to be stronger than this. But no, you want the title. You want the world champion that I destroyed Corey over. You want my title, but you, sir, cannot have my title because it's mine. And it's going to be mine until I say it's not going to be mine anymore. The problem is, you brung me in and I gave you my loyalty. I gave it to you. I kept my brother's loyalty, but I gave you my loyalty. Now, what you want to do is destroy the whole MDO. Newsflash! It's just me and you, Jefe. No Chris, no Trav, no Corey. Just Glitch and Jefe. And this is what you wanted? You wanted this out of everybody? You know what I'm fully capable of. You know it. Why do you play these games like you have no idea? You have no clue. This is what I live for, Jefe. To take somebody else out? And it's somebody else that I had loyalty to? My life. The only thing people have done is betrayed me. Over and over and over again. I learned not to trust anybody. So when you brung me in to the MDO and you said, hey, I have a plan, but I need you. I need you, Ted. I need you. Because nobody else can do it the way you can do it. And I said, I oblige because we're family. We're family. Do you remember that dude that I hit? You remember him? Yeah, he didn't want any smoke with all of us. He didn't want no smoke with all of us. Because we're a family. We stick together. So what are you doing? You want a title? You want a belt that I was going to let you hold? You can hold the belt, but the title is mine. I am world champion. And the thing that you have to understand and get through your head is that there's levels to this. There is levels, and you're on the lower level than I am myself. But it's still love. It's still love. You're still my brother, Hefe. Just like Corey's still my brother. You're still my brother. I still love you. We're still MDOs. If you want to be. But if you're not my real friends, then I'm YMW Melly. It's okay. I know who is, and I know who will always be there for me. And all you have to do is try to get me. Try to get me. Try to get me. Try it. And then you'll understand, just like the rest of them, that I may move by myself, but El Jefe, I'm never alone. I see a red heart and I want to paint it black. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. And if you don't get it, which I'm sure you don't, but you will.
That's funny how you talk about family, how you talk about how family works. Family doesn't drive their brothers away and lower our numbers. Family does not elude the plan at hand. It's funny, Teddy. Some of your words are ringing in my head. Some of them are true. But the one that rings the most is you challenging me. You challenge me to very simply catch you. If I can. I'll be ready for this one. Because unfortunately for you, Teddy, this ends tonight. Run the program. Get me the location. I'll take care of this face to face to really put an end to this whole thing. You got it, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. But time is, that's what you don't understand. Time is not something we have. It's there. I got it. I got the location. And just like that, Teddy, the hunt is on. Challenge accepted. And soon to be mission confirmed. See you soon. Do you really think going alone is the best idea? Best idea, no. But it's my creation. And I gotta do this alone. This has to be the place. That's what the GPS says.
I'm never alone.
Hello, Mulder. The one, Teddy P. He's not here no more. The spawn is in the darkness, where he belongs.
I see a red heart and want it, What's understood doesn't need to be explained.